my name is Sheane. I'm a local motorsport enthusiast, following both two- and four-wheel disciplines of the sport. I was particularly interested in the discovery of this film footage of the local Leinster races held on the Wicklow Circuit, having been a member or a committee member of the motor club in previous years. Prior to 1950, the races were held in the Tallaght Circuit in Dublin, but due to increased building activity and developments in the area, they discovered that they could no longer run the races there. So the club decided they'd have to look for a new location. Searching throughout the country, they came upon several locations, but Wicklow Circuit suited them the best. So they decided from 1950 onwards, they would move the international races, both motorcycle and car races, to the Wicklow Circuit. Local people organised these things. It wasn't just the Leinster Motor Club. An awful lot of local enthusiasts helped run these events. And at the time, there was great enthusiasm among local people to see these large events taking place. And without local help, it could never have happened. One of the biggest contributors at the time was the local county engineer, J.T. O'Byrne, who ensured that the road condition was always perfect for the races. The start of the race was in what's known as Blarney, which is now a completely developed area. The race continued in a clockwise direction into Wicklow town, turning right at the Grand Hotel, heading up Marlton, up through Ballynairn, through Woolhams Bridge, where they came to the Beehive. At the Beehive, they turned right and followed the road up towards Ballynabarney, a very wooded area, very interesting spectator area. They continued on along the old road towards the hill going down into Rathnew. Down into Rathnew, underneath the railway bridge, turning right, back through the village, heading on back towards Wicklow, coming through the famous railway bridge and back onto the start and finish at Blarney. Both car and bike races started in 1950. The bike races were always held in May and the car races held in July. And both events attracted a lot of international competition. Factory teams would send their riders and drivers to Wicklow because at the time the Wicklow Circuit was very, very popular with the drivers. A lot of people used the Wicklow Circuit as a practice run before the TT, which was a Grand Prix at the time. In 2000, local enthusiasts decided that they would commemorate the 50th anniversary of the first race. And they clubbed together and got a monument sculpted and mounted at the entrance to the town. And it's there to this day, showing the winners of all the races from 1950 to 1957. And it is also a memorial to those who were killed during the races. One car driver and two motorcyclists. The motor races and motorcycle races attracted a huge attendance from all over the country because it was the one chance people got to see international competitors. It attracted huge crowds. All the hotels and businesses in the area benefited greatly from this. My first memory of any motorcycle race or any car race was standing on top of the big railway bridge in Rathnew, watching a car coming around the corner and crashing straight into the wall.